never come to purr on my knees these days. There are so few. You never come to purr on my knees these days.
Hello there, Andrian Art. This is Moonscars. What? Alright, time to start reading the chat. Don't look so bad. Hi there, Slipperants. Why are you playing this no-skill game for brain-dead people like basement dwellers? You just roll, and hit, just like Dark Souls. I mean, I have no clue because I haven't played these games. This is my first time playing Moonscars. Call me brain-dead if you like, I don't care. Because people like me enjoy these types of games. The problem is not with people like you enjoying these games. The problem is pretending they are the definition of difficulty or hardcore, or others get filtered by them and deflecting criticism. A bit of brain-dead games can be fun to relax and let the brain breathe. Yeah, sometimes people play casual games. They don't need to pretend they are hardcore. What do you think about the Xenoblade games if you played them? I haven't played the Xenoblade games, but I have played Xenosaga and Xenogears. Okay. Cake. What? Oh, whatever. Wait, what? Choose spite bonus. Critical chance, healing power, witchery cost. Well. I mean, obviously. Bone power. Oh, you can look down, but you can't look. Okay, that's. Okay. Oh, there is some stuff down there. Nice. Okay, so every time I encounter these kinds of walls, I'll be able to just kill all the enemies for free like that. Oh, I can't even. Bitch, get down. Boom. Okay. Build up effects duration. What? E-core and health restored. What? What kind of leveling up system is that? Okay. Xenoblade 2 is offline Genshin Impact with free gacha, and Xenoblade X is basically an MMORPG you can play without internet. Those are my favorite games in the saga. Why are Miyazaki and Kojima so obsessed with feet? But I love a Metroid Castlevania type game, makes me feel young again. Hi guys, do someone recommend Bayonetta? Yes, I recommend the first game, because it's the only one I have played. It's cheap now, but I don't know. I mean, it's good. Pretty good hack and slash game. Don't expect anything extraordinary, but it's good. Yeah, this plays like Hollow Knight. You constantly get to recharge your health. I don't understand why the leveling system is so weird though. Now I can get it for €7. I think that's a fair price for Bayonetta. Should try Valfaris. What's that? Anyway, fuck From Software fans. When you mix Bloodborne and PS5 exclusivity, both of them combine and becomes one of the worst. I argued about Bloodborne DNC being a gangfest and everyone deflected and coped. Nice. Okay, thanks. Does someone can tell me what game is this? This is Moonscars. 2D Souls likes. This and the one I played in the previous stream. Valfar is very good platform. 2D platform or 3D platform? What the fuck just happened? Crime, Gaman Zero, ZX. the cutscenes so loud? What the fuck is this game? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Special weapon. Hexed enemies receive. How much that's interesting. Just bleed effect. I can do it infinite times? Well... What? What the fuck is going on? Do I just leave? Oh my god. Okay. Whoa. Item found, increase critical damage. How do I... Oh, I have a level, okay. Healing heal restored. What the fuck does that mean? Quality. Okay, sure. Transfers, the dark mirrors. Oh, those... The souls are to learn extra spells, okay. Oh. Okay. That's how you equip. Okay, okay. Alright. Alright, 11 people, you're doing well. I don't know why I haven't died yet, since it's a Souls-like. And those. But once I do, or if I reach the next bonfire, I don't even know what exactly is a bonfire in this game. The fuck is this stupid enemy? No. That's such a slow move. How do you expect it to work? Oh my god. Really? That's how you open that? What are those? Oh. Sure. So is it Sabi Webs or MH Loser today? Oh, it's something better, don't worry, dude. Nice. What? Oh, and this is a save point? Wait, we have been here. Okay. Or... they require 1000. Well, those are all basic upgrades. Yeah. What the fuck are those? Sure. Until interacting with the next dark mirror. This doesn't even last. What the fuck? Yeah, so... oh no, no. It still works, okay. Okay, sure. Let's quit that. I can't wait for Crimson Desert. I haven't seen that much of it, but is it like an action RPG? Where is the Asian DSP? I mean, do we need to watch more of him? Because I think he fucked up and... we'll see, we'll see. I have different plans for today. Okay. Alright. First of all, did you guys vote for this poll? Do you guys like the specific game, or is it because it's a JRPG or an action RPG? A poll. Wait, why does it look so blurry? Oh, whatever. Played only the start of Tales of Berseria and remember liking it. The combat is very customizable. When I can, I'll play it to the end. Crimson Desert feels like a power fantasy action RPG. I call it Dragon's Dogma 3 but Korean. Okay, sounds interesting. Alright, so if you guys want me to play JRPGs generally, I have tons of them that I haven't even played. Just in case. I will make a list in my next community post. For today's video, I have 3 for today's livestream. 3 videos of Soul Starts. My dad beat Dark Souls as his first game, It Changed Him, by Babe 1, Babe 2. Almost 4 million views. No dislikes, almost. How Dark Souls perfected difficulty in video games. One of the most retarded titles in all of existence. 3.4 million views, almost no dislikes. Dark Souls is underrated. I have shown this video in one of my videos. I only showed the title. It might be interesting to go through, but it's an entire hour long. This one is only 6 minutes. This one is only half an hour. We'll get through those and we will see where we go after that. Yo, it changed him for the worse then. It apparently runs on their own custom engine and works flawlessly. What's your opinion of Wulong Fallen Dynasty? Is good Team Ninja game? Not really. It's mostly a Souls-like. Okay, let's hear how it perfected difficulty.
Dark Souls.
Or maybe Soulsborne, or Sekiro Demon, Demon Dark, I don't know, Dark Blood. The genre
Is my voice cool?
of games infamous for testing your sanity as well as testing the dexterity of your controller. God damn it! I was one hit away! Oh, wait. Oh god, these are so expensive now. What did I do? Speak to me, please. I don't know what came over me. I didn't want this for you, okay? I'm sorry.
I didn't want to be the one to say this, but you're going to have to buy an off-brand Walmart controller.
I was late to the Dark Souls pain party. I played
Is that supposed to be a good thing? A game that makes you break your controller? I think he is a little louder, okay.
Sekiro in 2019, and I played Dark Souls for the first time in 2020. I was so late, it was like I never got an invite at all, and I showed up to Dark Souls' house nearly a decade later with a party platter. Hey, Dark Souls, I brought crackers. Can I come in? For years, I watched my friends get their asses absolutely obliterated by bosses in Dark Souls, never really understanding why they'd put themselves through this torture. Is this even fun? This game looks infuriating, man. And my friend would look up at me like a seasoned, broken veteran and say,
You really have to play it to understand.
Yeah, because they don't have any actual arguments or points. You need to play it because it's all about feelings. It's all about the feeling of accomplishment, if you are desperate.
now at the time, I didn't think much of it. That's how most video games are, right? I mean, yeah, sure, watching someone play Call of Duty isn't that different than playing it yourself. You shoot some guys, you get a helicopter to shoot more guys, have an 8-year-old call you an ugly bitch. You can get a pretty accurate experience from the sidelines. But playing Dark Souls, actually sitting down and overcoming the challenges this game throws at you, is a feeling I have never experienced from any other type of game. And
Exactly, as I said, first of all, you need to be an idiot to not realize that those are not challenges, and you need to be desperate for accomplishment to feel the way that you felt.
it has now forever changed my enjoyment of other games. Dark Souls has a great way of making you feel like the loser, and I'm not talking about
You already are the loser in real life.
how every 12 seconds it says, "Oh, you fucking lose again, dipshit! Try again!" I'm saying the world is bigger and scarier than you. The enemies are faster and tougher than you, and most of the time you are not meant to succeed. But you can.
And you will.
If this stupid-ass ghoul stops sucker punching me from the shadows, you quit it! Stop! I've never seen difficulty handled like how Dark Souls does it before. Most games will fabricate a hard mode out of thin air by spawning 5 goblins instead of 3, or by raising the bad guy's health and damage bars and taking a baseball bat to your health and damage
That's exactly what this game does as well.
bar. Whoa, so what was that? Let's
Except you can't even beat them in your first try, regardless of your skills.
go check it out, gang. Whoa, this must be a message from the gods above. I can't believe it. What does it mean? If the game
I mean, the fact that he thinks he criticized other games instead of Dark Souls with this shit.
creates an artificial difficulty that asks nothing more from the player other than to waste more time on each enemy, the player isn't going to feel more rewarded when they win. They'll just have wasted more time.
Dude, every single thing, every single bit of criticism he just said applies fully to Dark Souls more than any other game.
Games with difficulty sliders weren't specifically designed with every difficulty in mind, so often you're going to find those games to
This game wasn't designed even with one difficulty at mind. That's how stupidly broken and imbalanced it is.
be unfairly difficult on hard or stupidly easy on easy. There's no correct difficulty. Dark Souls doesn't have difficulties.
Yes, because there is no correct difficulty here either. It's all completely bullshit random. Sometimes it lets you win, sometimes it keeps killing you for no reason.
Settings. It's perpetually stuck on.
Fuck you!
And because of that,
And that's supposed to be a good thing.
it allows the designers to create gameplay to perfectly match that one difficulty. So while I might get the pudding punched out of me by a boss, other players can play the entire game without getting hit because it's difficulty through design, not artificially increased numbers. And
What the fuck are you talking about? No one is beating the game in their first try. They are beating because they have played so much they have memorized every attack animation. Completely retarded video. Half the video, pure retardation.
I'm aware this isn't news, okay? People use Dark Souls as a way to describe difficult things.
Because they are fucked in the head.
Hey man, heard you got a new cat.
Yeah, I did actually. He's kind of the Dark Souls of cats.
Oh, what the hell does that mean?
Come on, you son of a bitch! I said no more catnip!
Defeating a boss in Dark Souls is seriously one of the most rewarding, satisfying feelings you can get from playing a video game. Because
The fact that they keep saying that, I haven't felt an ounce of satisfaction in any Souls games I have played.
you learned his attacks, you mastered the arena, maybe you found out a weakness or a trick to the fight that fits your specific playstyle. The point is, you worked hard for that win. I mean,
What was hard about it? You just tried 100 different things until you see what works. It's pure retardation. Like, imagine having a puzzle game when instead of the game making you think what's the solution to the puzzle, you just keep trying every option until you finally find the one that solves it by itself without having you think. Like, for example, let's say you are trying to open a fucking bunker and it has like a number and you need to find it out, but the game doesn't give you any hints, so you need to keep trying every single number until you get the correct one. And once you open it, you might feel satisfaction, but it's not because you worked hard, it's because you invested your entire life, so much time.
come on, if your favorite ice cream place had a bouncer you had to fight before you could get some ice cream, I imagine when you finally got a taste, it would be pretty good.
Exactly, because you conditioned yourself to terrible circumstances. Nothing to do with how good the ice cream is. The ice cream can taste like actual shit. But if you starving to death and you got bitten terribly, obviously it's going to taste way better, because that's how we are biologically designed.
Oh, wow. Strawberry.
The sweaty hands, the fast heartbeat, watching your enemy like a hawk, knowing that any moment you could die because, well, you did like 29 times already. This is a physical and mental reaction I've never received from another video game. And
That physical and mental reaction is not because of the game, it's because of the conditioning. Any game can work like that. Any kind of, there are so many different life circumstances that can condition you like that. It has nothing to do with good design or difficulty. It has everything to, they are toying with your feelings, and since you are too stupid to understand that, you're just allowing them to toy with your feelings. It's like a terrible toxic ex-girlfriend that keeps coming back, pretends she loves you and cares and everything, you are her world, and then she starts treating you like shit, cheating on you, fucking everything up, and then coming back again. And you keep falling for the same shit over and over again because you are fucked in the head. You have shit for brains and you are desperate.
listen, I've played lots of video games, okay? I've got platformers and puzzlers aplenty. I've got fighters and shooters galore. You want Skyrims? I've got 20. And literally none of this shit has affected me like Dark Souls has. And I could go on and on about the world of Dark Souls, the incredibly unique enemy designs, the interesting and varied landscapes that tell a story through its gameplay and exploration. But this video isn't necessarily about the actual game. It's about this weird soul bond I've found with these types of games. No pun intended. That honestly, I wish I would have found a long time ago. Now, unfortunately, the bittersweet side effect of this amazing feeling is that now other games comparatively feel lackluster in a way.
Why doesn't Animal Crossing invigorate me like Dark Souls does?
There's a
Really? You expect Animal Crossing to invigorate you like... Oh my god, dude. You compare two casual games, the difference between them is that one kills you constantly and the other doesn't. One actually conditions you fully, the other doesn't. That's all you compared here.
A few games that came close to scratching that Dark Souls itch, Hades being at the top of that list, which, by the way, if you haven't played Hades yet, go play it. It's fucking amazing. But
See, Hades is not even a hard game, but I suppose for idiots like you, it should be a major challenge. And again, I suppose the only reason you felt like that in Hades is because you were getting constantly killed. And it's very easy to die in that game because it's a roguelite. Death is a huge part of the game. But it can still be beaten in your first try, if you are actually good.
that magic formula that these games have created, how you always want to get to that next bonfire, that next boss, the next weapon, the next, I don't know, this fucking thing.
Yeah, you only want to get to the next because you feel like you are dying, you are wasting too much time, it's just conditioning, it has nothing to do with good design.
There is nothing like it. Dark Souls has single-handedly forever changed how I look at difficulty in video games. And part of that can probably be attributed to the fact that some people can just play this game and one-hit everything that comes their way. What am I looking at here? This thing kicked my ass 2 seconds ago. And I'm by no means an expert
Do you not understand what RPG mechanics are? You have played so many games and you haven't played RPGs?
of these types of games. And if you know me, I like to play games blind the first time I play them.
Get out of my way, Google! I don't need you! I can go on this venture by myself!
And so the boy went on to die 1,000,000 times.
This genre of games is truly a special one, and I know it took me a while to get here, but I am now hooked for life. And I hope I did a pretty good job at showing you how Dark Souls perfected difficulty in video.
You absolutely did nothing to show how it perfected difficulty. You criticized some games at the beginning, explaining why they are shitty, and it fully applies to Dark Souls. The only thing you managed to do is explain why Dark Souls sucks. But it makes you feel good. Only because you are desperate.
Video games, but the truth is, you really gotta play it to understand.
First of all, you need to spend 10 years in your mother's basement without ever leaving. Then, after you become a totally worthless sack of shit, then you can play Dark Souls and you will definitely feel it. But if you had a life, you will realize this shit is a waste of time. Yeah, his point wasn't about Souls game perfecting difficulty, it was all about how you feel after you reach points like beating a boss or a bonfire. It has nothing to do with difficulty, his title is completely bullshit. The very thing he criticized is fully applied to Souls games, like 100%. That's literally what Souls games are. Bloated health, bloated damage, many enemies, just to make you die over and over again. Okay, this one is a funny title. My dad beat Dark Souls as his first game, it changed him. I'll tell you a story of my childhood. When I was 5 years old, a cousin of mine gave me a Sega Mega Drive. And he gave me also all of his games, and he had quite a lot, like 200 games. And my dad saw me playing these games as a 5-year-old, and he was interested to see what kind of games I'm playing. And here's the deal. Now some of okay. No, wait. Oh. Did I not show it here? Yeah, I think it's right here. There we go, this one. Sega Master System. Alex Kidd in Miracle World. This game right here, if you started the console without any game inside of it, it would start this game. Alex Kidd in Miracle World. In Miracle World. And this stupid game there we go. There we go, here it is. You fight this kind of stupid boss. I think there were multiple fights with these kinds of idiots. You play a rock, paper, scissors game with him. And I'm pretty sure it was literally a trial and error fight. Which means they have a very set they are going to have an order of the rock, paper and scissors options, the enemies, and you need to memorize through trial and error, which means when you fail, you literally die, you lose a life. Which is extremely stupid design. And when my dad saw me playing this, and he wanted to play as well, he played that part. And he immediately realized how stupid it is. He told me, this is just a waste of your time. This is just a pointless memory game. You should not be filling your head with pointless stuff like this. So even when I was 5, my dad played the game and immediately saw through a game's bullshit. Now, don't get me wrong, not all of my games were like that. He just happened to see one of the worst ones. But if I had Dark Souls as a child, as a 5-year-old, I'm pretty sure my dad would still be able to see through it immediately. That it's just a simple memory game and it offers you nothing. It doesn't make you think. It doesn't do shit. Dark Souls is the Alex Kidd spiritual successor. I mean, here's the thing, back in the day, they had so many stupid designs that are literally meant to be trial and error because they didn't know how to make video games. That's why it was always considered a flaw. Like, let me show you. Oh, it's pretty hot. It is a reflex simulator. Which one? the Alex Kidd. No, it's not a reflex. There is no way of knowing whether it's going to be rock, paper, or scissors. You just need to keep dying until you memorize all the answers. From soft games, it's not. You can beat them through reflexes. You don't need a high reaction speed. I think this one. Okay. Look at this. Whoa.
Got back to soup. Talking about your paper. Well, got back to soup.
Okay.
Just wanted to. Oh. Watch out. Okay, well, it's a little too.
So this is Super Mario Maker. You can create Mario levels, put them online and let other players play them. And he is going to play some levels that his own subscribers made for him.
Late. They come. I can't
So
read the
he
shit.
plays this kind of
Okay,
level.
we got a power switch here. I'm dead. We dead again. That's fine. We gonna keep that going. Y'all doing good. I ain't asking what y'all was snacking on. What y'all snacking on? Macaroni and cheese.
Oh no.
Sorry. Okay. So they nothing good here. Nothing. All right. What about here? Bitch. Oh. Thank you. Okay. That bitch said. Sorry, y'all. Tina. Watch it.
Oh no.
So this. Slide down with your shit. I'm about this damn close, y'all. This close!
Oh no.
Jump. Jump. Jump.
What's
Jump.
this one?
Jump. Jump.
Oh my god. Anyway, this is bad example.
Jump. Shit.
Carl Sagan 42. There we go. Alright. No. Troll races. There you go. Those ones. Okay, this guy creates Super Mario levels that are designed to troll the player. Luigi Tube?
To subject my good buddy Juzzcook to, because him and I had both exchanged troll levels with each other and forced each other to play.
Fuck off. Alright, I'm going in. Round 3.
Warning, you don't have to play it, and you
Please. With this calming music, we want to make sure that they're taken care of too. We can even see a nice little heart over here, indicating how much care went into this level and how much I, as the level creator, care about the player. So you have to go through a new room in order to enter a vertical level. You can't.
So he's putting that shiny there to be like, oh, this is the wrong way.
We have this nice alluring looking 50 coin here. But what I want people to think with this is, Carl, look, there's no way I'm jumping down that pit, okay?
Every hole is a chance for glory.
I'm never jumping down that pit.
So I'm gonna jump down and see.
Why would I ever jump down that obvious, stupid death pit?
You know, what's the worst that could happen?
So I was hoping that players would have very little respect for me, run directly past that 50 coin and be like, psh, psh, Carl can't trick me with these low tier trolls.
Oh my god, here we go. This is just Carl being himself and being like, lol, look at this. Someone's gonna jump for the 50. I wonder who's stupid enough to do it.
Carl's lost his touch. These are low tier trolls. I don't want anything to do with these low tier trolls. So when they come over here and they see Exhibit A, the Wiggler Claw Box Distraction of Doom. What is this box? A distraction. Absolutely nothing more. The player's eyes will be on this.
What the hell is this? Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't do anything! Oh my god! I couldn't do anything!
And so as they walk forward, they will not pay attention to the Bowser Stunlock of Doom!
Oh, no, 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 no.
Down the pitch you go! It brings me great.
So he designed that shit to troll the players. They don't know what to do here, if they need to go down or how they need to react to this path. So it's fully trial and error based.
Great joy to know how many people initially thought, I'm never going down that pit, and 5 seconds later, we're at the bottom of that pit.
I ended up down there anyway.
And once you're stunned, you're done. You can't get out of it.
Wait. Okay, I got through. This is fine. This is a soft lock. Yup. Found a soft lock.
We got soft locked. We did the thing. We are now permanently stuck and have to restart. Hey Carl, have you read Defender's Troll Guide?
What does the crane do? Oh! Oh!
All I do is to keep jumping, right? Alright.
Oh no! Oh yeah!
So what do you actually do? Well, as long as you're not touching the ground, then you won't get stunned. So I put a little helpful coin here, but if you just run and jump at the right time, then you'll go down the pit and go right back into the dummy high jazz section.
Holy, oh my god, no. This is evil.
I think I'm okay here. Oh no.
Okay, so if you come down here, if the thing makes you kind of speedily rush over here.
No! Okay.
So as you can see, there are so many layers of trolling the player, and it's all fully trial and error. Like, you just memorize what killed you, you try something again, you keep dying. But it is designed to troll the player, which means he succeeded his purpose. He wanted to make it like this. He wanted to make it trial and error. Now imagine if the game was trying to sell itself as difficulty instead of trolling, and it had gigantic sections that you need to keep repeating until you get to the trial and error point, and it also had huge death screens and loading times. That would be completely cancerous and a waste of time instead of cute trolling. This is how you make a game that feels like a prank that makes everyone laugh. And Souls games are the way you like wasting someone's time is not a prank. Imagine if you want to make a prank to someone and you drag them for an entire mile to play the prank on them. Even if the prank is funny, because there are some funny moments in the Souls games, they are still going to be mad because they lost all the time traveling through that entire mile.
But then again, I've presented the player with terrifying looking options, which
the deaths here are happening instantly, and then you instantly respawn. That's why you don't have a problem with dying over and over again.
which is all a distraction.
Let's go.
Why is any of this here?
It's all a distraction. So the idea here is the player will get spooked by they'll be looking at this, but then they'll be like, oh, the falling snowballs, I got spooked. And then when they're not paying any attention, I hid an ice block behind one of the snowballs. Another thing that's important about level design, especially troll levels, is hiding your contraptions. So we have all these snowballs falling up here, and it's very important to make them scroll on the screen at just the right time. And so this entire setup right here, like the length of time that it takes to walk here, and the fact that this cannon sort of forces you to come up here quickly, actually all play into lining this up. Because if the player could just sit here and watch the snowballs falling, they would never fall for the troll. But having this cannon sort of make you rush to get up here sort of makes you rush into all of these snowballs. And those are pacing elements like that are really important to think about when making a good troll level. Does it really matter which path they take here? Not really. It's just a bunch of shinies. It's just to give them something to look at again. I love it when you give the player the exact same troll twice, because then when they fall for it twice, they feel even dumber. All right, look, I've been through this. I've experienced this pain. Because while they're distracted and they're like, wait, are these swamps going to release something from these question mark blocks? What's happening with that cloud down there? There's a vine, there's a door. What's the right? Oh, I'm permanently stun locked.
No. No. Dude.
As you can see, it's a troll after troll after troll. And they all happen really fast, which means the player always feels pranked. Unlike Souls games.
Oh no, 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 no!
Why does Miyazaki believe that you can only achieve a sense of accomplishment through extreme levels of trial and error? Well, the problem is that you never get actually accomplished through trial and error, because that has nothing to do with an accomplishment. You can throw as much shit you want to a wall, and when one finally sticks, you might be happy because someone told you that's a victory of some sort. But you don't really gain anything throughout the time you waste in that activity. It's just a matter of conditioning. Like in your mind you feel like you want to win something. And it's only a win because it has been called a win. It has been called a victory. There is nothing you actually gain. It's just a game telling you huge enemy slain or demigod slain or you won, you are a Elden Lord, or it's just praise you get from someone or something. You didn't actually learn anything, you didn't become better at anything. I explained that much in my psychology video. Anyway, I hope you understand the point, and now let's see if his dad is smart enough to understand that. Why, whenever you say you don't like FromSoft games, All-Star will always insult you with Go play COD, FIFA, Fortnite, and get good or skill issue? Because everything they say is pure projection. These idiots were the same idiots that were playing only mainstream games. And they are also terrible at video games. And they don't have the ability to understand that other people can have different experiences. So they always project their own activities, their own life, their own mentality. They can't even comprehend that you have nothing to do with what they did, with how they live, with how they feel. It's so sad that the community got mainstream and popular. It's now pure cancer to listen to them. Yeah, it is. It's unfathomable levels of talking out of their ass. Like, they are never trying to make a single point. At any point. Everything is just pretty words for the feeling of validation. There is nothing else. Like, imagine if heroin addicts had YouTube channels and were making content constantly about how good heroin feels and what kind of dreams they were seeing and how it helped them to stop killing themselves. And how nice it was to share it with their parents, with their friends, with their families. Like, it's pure stupidity. There is nothing to gain there. Anyway, I'll get through the philosophy of the Souls games in the Greg Glintstone video. Why would he say you? Why would he tell you to use the aerial weapon only on the ground? They dictate people on how to play anytime games, not just Souls. Yeah, because they are extremely insecure. See, this is the thing. These guys were so stupid that when they played, they didn't figure out how to use it properly. But they still won. And now they feel like that was an accomplishment. But if they see someone that uses an item correctly, their victory feels pointless. And they feel like they need to force everyone to play as they played so they can feel what they feel. They want you to be as miserable as they are. Because otherwise they would have to accept that they were stupid for not figuring out how to properly use the item or play the game. My dad tried heroin as his first substance. It changed him. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's so stupid. It literally has to do only about feelings. There is nothing to change. If your dad is a man of self-respect and he has an actual life, he would immediately realize it's a waste of time. Like, video games are a waste of time. If you already know that, then Dark Souls is the game that will fully confirm you that they are a total waste of time. If you consider something a waste of time, it means your time is valuable. You cannot just throw time to whatever nonsense. If you are living a chill life because you are a millionaire or whatever, then sure, you might try a Souls games and you might find it fun because it's a casual game and you went through some interesting levels or some lore or whatever. But if you have a life and you decided to invest it, to discard actual things that matter in your life and invest in something that tries so aggressively to waste your time, then you are just as fucked in the head as the rest of the desperate losers. I have beat Radan pre-nerf, I'm better than you. Yeah, this is all pure cope, it's all pure stupidity. The entire reason Radan was nerfed is because it was a terribly balanced, shitty boss. Better than you at what? Like, and they will never specify what they are better at. Literally every time pressure them to tell you what they are better at you. They will say something vague, like at the game. That doesn't mean anything. Like, what can you do that I can't? What skills do you have? What do I need to increase to be as good as you are? They will never answer that question. Because the answer to that is they just know some attack animations of certain bosses. That's it. That's literally the only difference between you and them. There is nothing that they have. You can prove them. You can prove that in literally any game that requires skill. You can play fighting games, first-person shooter, racing games, puzzle games, strategy games. You will see that they have nothing. That's why they need to constantly stroke their ego. Because deep down they feel like shit for being worthless. If you don't play defensive, punish-based, reactive playstyle in every game ever, you didn't beat the game. Solon, what is your opinion on women? I don't have a general opinion on women. Video games are entertainment and for joy for FromSoft, it's torture. The joy you feel and you beat the boss is just a relief that you don't have to do it again. Yes, and if that's the only joy you have been feeling in your life, then you do want to do the boss again, just so you feel the joy that you got out of that situation. If there is nothing else in their life that offers them joy, then they will keep going through that cycle of abuse. Solon is Turkey's strongest soldier. But not to mention all those memes about no, you only have to level up strength and never touch dexterity and only use God's great sword. Oh, I mean, again, the people, the Soulstars don't think they are like gods from Berserk are insanely delusional. Their life has zero struggle. They are pampered subhumans, and their parents are trash too for tolerating their shitty lifestyle. If they had actual struggles in their life, they would have a job, they would have actual relationships. And if they had those kinds of relationships, people would immediately shut down their bullshit about Souls games being the peak of achievement. Anyway, we are going through this video. I'm not going to read all of your comments because you guys have a lot of them. Hiya.
The things I have against video games is video games can expand to consume the
And he shows League of Legends because of course. The game that idiots are addicted for thousands of hours for no fucking reason. Like if you have a team and you are actually improving your teamwork, maybe you will get somewhere. If you are playing solo League of Legends, you have no life. You are not going to win anything. You will never get anywhere. You can become the best player in the world. You will still be losing because your team is trash. The entire point of these games is teamwork.
amount of time you allot to it. That can destroy you.
When I was a kid, I would sneak across this exact street to my neighbor's house with my Nintendo console, cords, games, controllers, everything. Why? Because my parents would give me max of 1 hour a day to play games, but if I could just get across the street unnoticed, I could game for hours.
Weirdly, if I wanted to spend all day just mindlessly watching movies or TV, that was totally fine.
So why not video games? Because my dad always said,
video games are an absolute waste of time.
And watching TV or movies isn't? Like, I already lost respect for your dad. How many video games did your dad play to make such an assumption and restrict you like that? How many hours of TV and movies did he watch to let you freely watch for as much as you want? TV is literally worse because it's full of propaganda. You are going to have the biggest brain rot if you are watching TV all the time. If you are incapable of filtering reality from bullshit. Like, I don't even need to watch the rest of the video because I know his dad is not the most mentally sound person. It's over. He lost before the minute even started.
Well, now that it's been 20 years, I started an experiment. 9 months ago, my dad agreed to play Dark Souls as his very first video game ever played.
He never had played a video game, but he somehow knew they are a waste of time. The fuck kind of sense does that make? Like, how did he make that assumption? And how was he fine with letting you watch TV and movies? Like, what if the movie had pornographic content? Was he okay with his child watching that kind of stuff? But video games is where he drew the line? Like, no actual regulation of what you are doing, just this thing, only 1 hour, the other thing as much as you want. That's so fucking stupid.
Played live on stream for the entire internet to see.
Oh, baby.
Northern Undead Asylum.
Bruce is loose.
I'm in the asylum.
All right, so I'm actually on my way to go see him to hold up my end of the deal for him agreeing to do all of this.
Because I'm basically United Healthcare with how I've monetized this senior citizen's suffering.
This was going to be a test of game design, of my dad's patience, and the preconceived notions a lot of people have of the value of just a good video game.
What has happened since then was the greatest gaming playthrough in history and has completely altered my dad's perception of video games, his views on internet culture, and even changed our relationship as father and son. Let me take you through his experience of Dark Souls as his very first video game ever played.
Oh my god. Like, how are these motherfuckers the definition of pretentious? Like, I don't understand. These guys cannot exist in real life. They can only exist in a bubble. They can only repeat the exact same bullshit over and over again until they die. Imagine trying to explain to someone like this what these games are actually about, or how they work, how the design works, how the conditioning works. It's literally a cult. Like, they have fully believed their own bullshit. Because there are millions of them. As long as they keep sucking each other's dick, reality doesn't matter.
First question, how good were you at the game when you started playing?
Probably the better question is, how bad was I?
What the fuck does this question mean? Like, he clearly needs to learn the basic moves of the character and understand how the controller works. That's the only thing that he was bad at. What else is there to be bad at? Like, what was he lacking there? Was his reaction slow? Was his brain not capable of understanding what needs to be done?
Those of you who remember the beginning of this playthrough, remember that this is the kind of high-octane gameplay that we were running for hours at the start.
Right,
He was doing that for hours?
Hit that wall as hard as I can, it still doesn't go down. The most difficult thing at first was camera work. Figuring out how to get the camera to do what I wanted, because that camera directs where your character goes. And I remember directing the camera and it ending up banging into a wall. And then I'd think I got it fixed and I'd bang into the exact same wall again.
but
I mean, are you fucking serious right now? It took him hours to just move the camera properly. I started video games at the age of 5. And I don't even remember if I had any trouble. I mean, most of them were 2D anyway, but again. This is actually him trying to... This is just showing that his dad is not very smart or straight up demented. How is this a good look for your dad? His dad doesn't have the motor skills, first time touching the controller. Dude, there aren't any motor skills, it's just basic movements and camera movements. Like it takes maybe, okay, I guess a few hours. Maybe that's normal for a guy that has never touched a video game. And he's, I don't know how many years old. Like the guy he's been driving cars, motorcycles, and using other kinds of machinery. How is it so hard to understand that?
It was impressive if you were able to recognize that it even was the same wall.
Obviously, it's gonna be easier if you played since 5. No, I started playing when I was 5, and I don't remember having any trouble with camera or controls or anything. Like, I could understand, this button jumps, this button attacks, you move because of the directional buttons, and I was pressing the other buttons to see if they do anything, and that's it. Like, just give me a controller and let me experiment, and boom. It's not even gonna take time.
Again, because most of the time it was just the same wall and you didn't know.
I hit him seconds.
It may seem basic to you because you grew up with it. Motherfucker, I'm saying that when I started playing, it was already basic to me. Because there is nothing going on. Like, sure, the controller was different there. It had less buttons. But the directional buttons and the camera are the most basic things. Like, these things existed anyway. People who don't game don't have the muscle memory. Dude, we are talking about directions. Basic direction buttons. What do you not understand? I'm not saying about attacking and defending and all that stuff. Basic movement and camera. To an old boomer that is touching it the first try. They still need to learn just to move the character. Are you serious? Anyway, maybe he does learn quite fast. I mean,
part, so it was pretty.
Bing, 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 just ping pong. Yeah.
Bong. Dang it! Why isn't this working? I'm doing the same thing and expecting a different result.
We take it for granted how intuitive it feels to use this because we've been, moving the character with this stick and looking with the camera with this stick since Halo. But in 2000, before Halo was even released, Alien Resurrection came out using the exact same controller scheme, which GameSpot's review famously called completely unplayable because of the controls. And I threw this man into an already difficult video game with a confusing controller scheme that he didn't even know existed. This is what's called an Xbox controller.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, you are not supposed to let him just press all the buttons. That's obviously going to take long. Just show him the directional buttons. If he understands how he moves and where to move and the camera, that should not take long. Like, if you just give him the controller with so many buttons, then obviously just to understand what each button does is going to take time. You as a... Oh, whoa, what happened? Whoa, we have internet issues. You as a child adapted faster. It's easier to grow up with something than to go backwards from old age. I mean, sure, maybe. But again, he also has an instructor right next to him. Children are memory sponges. They learn memory faster, to be honest. The problem is managing both the movement and directional sticks at once for him. Well, you need to start with one of those things, dude. If you can move your character to directions, you already understand how the movement works. You don't need to remember where all the directions are, but you have an understanding that up means going forward, left means left, right means right, and down means coming closer to the player to the camera. Understanding that should take a few minutes.
You've seen me touch these before and use them. An ex-boss of the game, moving and looking around.
Right.
These two sticks right there.
These two sticks right here.
Those are you put your thumbs there.
Put my thumbs there.
The one on the left,
One on the
that's
left.
going to handle the direction your character walks. He walks left, he walks right. But let's say you
Well, exactly. That's exactly what you should have done from the beginning, instead of letting him wander around for hours with the buttons. The fuck? Should have done that from the beginning.
want to look around in the room. The right stick is going to handle, think of it like your character's head. You know,
Oh,
you're
so
looking.
You're panning to the left or
Why didn't you teach that from the very beginning? This motherfucker wanted to torture his dad by giving him a controller without explaining anything.
Pan to the left, pan to the right.
up or down. You can look up your nose.
There you go.
Can. So you heard that Dark Souls was a difficult game. I did not hide that from you. So what did you expect?
No, you didn't hide it from me. You kind of threw it in my face
Yeah, I
and
did.
said, "This is gonna make you into a man." That's what you basically said.
Yeah, that's clearly is going to make you a man.
So,
Good luck. Get him.
get him how? What weapon do I have?
You have a broken sword in your hand.
Where's my broken? Oh,
You just stand. No.
Yeah, the game doesn't even teach you the controls, like what the buttons do. I mean, it kind of does in the beginning, but like barely, and then it throws you to this. How is that good game design?
Oh.
how do I attack? You didn't tell me.
Oh. What did you expect then from a? When I said people said, "Oh, it's a difficult video game," what did you expect a difficult video game would be like? Why would it be difficult?
I thought.
How the fuck is he supposed to know? He has no clue what the fuck a video game is, let alone a difficult one.
Halo was a difficult video game because I could not maneuver at all.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I didn't expect was that I would need to have your intimate coaching as to where to go. I thought it would be a little more intuitive to know, oh, I turn right here or left. Or I jump or whatever. Again, using the controller, I eventually learned how to jump and how to roll and how to do those things. And some of them I used a lot, some of those features.
Overwhelmed on all fronts. Yes. It's the game's fault, first of all, for not letting you go through a learning experience of the basic controls. But then again, if you have played any video games and you start with Dark Souls, you will realize it's how simple it is. Like, yeah, you just roll and you attack. That's all you need to do. And that's why it's boring, because that's all you do throughout the entire of the game. The way you start the game is the same way you finish the game. Should have just showed. Yeah, he should have started with a game that is designed not to kill you constantly, but to teach you at least the controls. And after he had that, he should then go play Dark Souls, because this is fucking stupid. He just made his dad waste his time and tortured him for no fucking reason. Older people generally are more confused by video games. I mean, I don't know why, like every time I see a new machine or anything, I try to understand what everything does. I fiddle around a little bit. Once I get a feel, I'm good. I don't know why people... I guess he didn't grow up with any motor skills, like he wasn't doing anything that requires these kinds of skills. Everything we use in our life has some kind of machinery. I think they confuse themselves by thinking that it's supposed to be super complicated when it's really not. I mean, yeah, when a person who has never seen a computer, a keyboard, once they see that there are so many buttons, they will get overwhelmed. They'll think this is some kind of machine for geniuses. But you only need very few buttons, like you just need to right click and left click for the most part. They just convince themselves that this tech is not for them and give up easily. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, it's just video games though, dude. Like, how can it be so complicated? Do you think everyone that plays video games is some kind of genius?
And some of them I should have used a lot. And just
Jesus, imagine going through Sense Fortress as your first video game, dude. Absolute cancerous.
would forget about.
This dad is the epitome of ignorant and trash. I've seen this video already. He beats the game, proving Dark Souls is easy as fuck. Yes, exactly. Okay, I don't know if he's the epitome of ignorant and trash. But the fact that, like, imagine making this guy, this dad, play the original Devil May Cry 3. The one that came out with the hard difficulty set instead of normal. He would not beat it in 1,000 years. He would never develop the skills needed to beat it. Like, you can go through thousands of hours of trial and error and you will still be getting destroyed by Virgil. Because the game requires insane skills. Or it did. Now the modern one that starts with normal difficulty is very beatable, I guess, but yeah, he would not get past Cerberus. It's fucking impossible because you don't have the time to learn the game. The game expects you to have some kind of mastery, which is impossible. And that's why it was one of the hardest games ever made. Souls games are literally the exact opposite. It can be your first game and you will go through trial and error because that's exactly what the game wants you to do. The game doesn't expect you to have any skills. Once you've learned the controls, once you understand how your character moves, it's over. You have mastered the game, and now it's just a matter of time of memorizing enemy attack animations. The fact that he beat the game proves it's not hard, lol. Pure trial and error, no skill, exactly. I beat DMC3 on release when I was 7 or 8. Really? That's fucking insane, actually. Because I was 13 and I still had a really hard time. I mean, did you lower the difficulty though? Because I didn't. Because I thought I should take it as some kind of achievement. And yet Soul Stars will tell you that you need to be a genius to beat Souls games when it's mostly like the meme. Where does the cycle go? That's right, it goes into the square hole. Which DMC are you talking about? DMC 3, the one that's really difficult. Yeah, the DMC 3 when it was released, the default mode was the hard mode. And it was batshit insane. Like, I don't think a single person I knew beat that on hard mode. They all lowered the difficulty except for me. And that's because I was stubborn to prove them that it is beatable. And it was a terrible experience, by the way. I just suffered for no reason. That's why you are not supposed to make the game difficult in a sense that it expects mastery that is impossible for the player to have. I guess you can criticize the fact that you have to level styles in DMC3, but just so you aren't overwhelmed in your first playthrough. There is some skill in Souls. If you see veteran players, they don't lock onto enemies and move in a way to completely ignore attacks that would roll catch by going behind the boss. I mean, that's not really skill, that's that's just knowing some kind of cheese. A new player doesn't know that the difference between locking and not locking on enemies. That's bullshit that was hidden from the player for no reason. like avoiding Malenia's waterfall fury is impossible while you are locked onto her. And the player has no way of knowing that, and they will try to dodge roll hundreds of times and they will still get killed. That's just cancerous design. I had the strategy guide and I've always been naturally gifted. I don't know. Only game I've struggled with is building on Fortnite and League of Legends because I hate keyboard and mouse. I was 6 and I gave up on DMC1. Lol, I feel trash now. I kept on drowning in the ship. Is DMC2 really a skip? Yes, it is. Unless your standards are very low, I guess. Neo 1 requires insane skill if you don't use living weapon cheese. Very bad enemy. DMC2 is very nice atmosphere, that's all. It's scary and brooding in a good way.
Struggling just to be able to play the game, not really play the game.
Yes, that's all the struggle, that's all the skill that is required for this game. If you understand how the controller works, then you can move your character properly, and that's it. Then, once you have learned that, you go through the exact same experience every other player does. Because that's how this game is designed. You can bring the most gifted person that has ever lived, and they will still die just as many times because it has nothing to do with their skill. Everyone remember we're here before Solon hit 1k subs. He will be the pioneer of the new era where the rebellion we will triumph. Feel like Zelda games are the hardest to beat by yourself, at least the older ones. I mean, you mean without a guide? Cause I'm willing to retry one of them, the ones that I like. Bro, are you Greek? Yes, I am.
No.
Morpheus, are you new here? Low-key, the rebranded DMC. DMC has good combat and music. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. The Anti-Souls Brigade.
How did it change as you went through your playthrough?
Yeah, like Ocarina of Time, Zelda 2 without a guide. I mean, there is some cryptic bullshit, but generally, there is good stuff. Thoughts on Breath of the Wild? Well, it's not that good. It has a lot of problems.
How you interpreted difficulty? Because at the beginning, you were just difficulty as just like using the controller. But then for even people that know how to use the controller, they consider Dark Souls difficult.
Oh my god, yes, because they don't measure difficulty, they only measure how many times they died. If the measurement is the times you died, then literally every single God himself would consider it difficult unless he knew the enemy animations beforehand. Death count is not a measurement of difficulty. Death count is just a death count. You can make the dumbest, worthless video game, most retarded video game that kills you all the time for no fucking reason, for a dice roll. Or you can make a puzzle game where death doesn't even exist as a concept, and unless you figure out a hard puzzle, you cannot progress to the next one. That game would be objectively harder than any game that has a death count, if the puzzles require insane brain power. Like, what do you retards don't understand? The death count doesn't mean shit. You are not measuring anything by stretching the time, the death count, the health, the damage.
So did it change for you as you got more comfortable with the controls, what you considered why it was difficult?
Again, I had nothing to compare it with.
Exactly. Oh my god. It wasn't difficult as a video game to him. It was a difficult activity because he has no clue how to go through it. You cannot call a game difficult if you have zero other things to compare it to. It's difficult compared to what? What metrics are you using? The entire reason I call Souls games easy or casual is because they are easier than the average game. They require less skills than the average game. The entire reason Penguin Zero is short is not because we decided to bully him and call him short. It's because he has average than normal male height. If you have no clue about other video games, you have no way of knowing whether it's difficult or easy. You only compare it to your activities in your life. This is so stupid, like he's trying to convince his dad that he's playing a difficult game for his own validation. This is such a stupid video, dude. The fact that it got so many views, like, oh my god. Yes, video games are a waste of time. That's true for every single hobby in the world. Yeah, if you consider, like, what do you consider valuable? If you consider valuable something that gives you skills, then yes, Dark Souls has zero value because it's going to give you zero skills. If something that is fun is considered valuable, then everything is valuable. As long as you have fun, your mental health is going to be in a better state. Fun is necessary for every life form. It's like working out. You want to keep your body in shape, and you also want to have fun to keep your mind in shape. It's like feeding. You need to eat so you can live, so your body can function. You need to be happy so you can enjoy life. If you are genuinely having fun with anything, don't let anyone tell you it's a waste, because you already know that it isn't. But if your joy comes from trying to convince others that you are better than them, or manipulate them or shame them, then you clearly are not enjoying what you're doing, and you are just a piece of shit. Like, people who actually enjoy the Souls games don't have the need to annoy others, to be obnoxious, because they already got what they wanted, what they needed. They might want to share it, but they will never try to manipulate you or shame you for not doing what they are doing. That's why Soul Stars are pieces of shit. And that's the distinction between a normal player and a fucking Soul Start. A normal player doesn't need to lie constantly, because that doesn't help them. They don't need to do that. Can we quantify difficulty based on the cognitive demand the game imposes on the player? Absolutely. Death count measures adaptability, how fast you learn from your deaths and memorize attack patterns. Not really, because again, you can see the same attack from different camera angles and you still don't understand how exactly it works. it's a matter of luck, or you can the boss might start doing other attacks. Morpheus, have you seen my video on XQC that I did? The guy beat Malenia first phase in his first try, and he thought it was easy, and then he kept dying for 4 hours. Because death count doesn't mean shit in a game that luck is so heavily involved. If the game was fully skill based and everyone was going through the exact same thing, the exact same puzzle, then yeah, you could measure the death as adaptability. But if there is luck involved, then not. In the Italian community of Soul games, one YouTuber, I think it was Sabaku, was struggling with Sekiro in the chat, and in the chat someone told him, "You haven't informed yourself on how to play on a blind run." Yeah, that's fucking stupid because it's the game's job to inform you how to play. Like, the game just throws you somewhere and expects you to figure out things through trial and error. That's already a waste of time and the sign of bad design. How can a boomer comprehend the hardest parts of gaming? Yeah, this entire video is him trying to make a point that Souls games are hard and his dad is so fucking awesome because he still beat them. When he fails, he already failed to convince his dad that they are hard because it's impossible. His dad has no clue what an easy game is, or a normal game, or a hard game. It changed him. The only thing that this game changed was his ignorance. He's now aware of how games work. That's all. There is nothing to change there. Again, they are all completely pretentious with their titles, with their entire rhetoric. It's so fucking stupid. Like, this one here is a good message. Hobbies are for fun, to make you happy. Yeah, if a hobby is fun, that's it. You don't need to learn anything from it. You don't need to improve any skills. It's fun, you enjoy it, it's part of your life. Boom. That's a good message. But becoming pretentious and start saying shit like how it cures your depression and saves you and how it's the hardest thing ever and an accomplishment, you have become delusional if you go there, if your mind is going there. And this community is trying to make you delusional with all the bullshit. Dad never played video games, son sent him into Dark Souls. Respect. Yeah. Very respectful thing to do. Torture and waste your time's dad with a shitty video game. Instead of teaching him a good one. Like, you could send him to Celeste, which is infinite times harder, and it would be infinite times better. And he would instantly understand it too, I believe, because it's a 2D game. There isn't a camera to work there. You should watch Girlfriend plays Dark Souls. It's going to be cringe. He gaslighted his father. I've seen this video before. Yeah, he's constantly trying to convince his father that the game is hard, even though that makes no sense. Why do you need validation from your dad about a game being hard? Are you fucking stupid? Like, it's like he's trying to convince his dad that he has value in life for playing video game, or that he's superior in some way. This is so pathetic. He always needed daddy's respect, and now that he's a YouTuber, he managed to finally actually gaslight him. She literally went, "Can I stop playing this, babe?" Wow, for real? For real? Is it this one? Which one is it? Is it this one? He's literally trying to talk down on his dad to prop the game and genre up. What a clown. Yeah, that's what he's doing. It's so pathetic, dude. Like, imagine having such a huge channel, having so much money, views, like, and he looks like he's from a rich family. And he's so desperate for validation. How is that a guy that actually enjoys what he does? That's a pathetic person. Dad say it's good, dad. Yeah, that's what he does. Please tell the fans that the game is good. Girlfriend playing Dark Souls is a better video. Which one is it though? Who knows what the guy's subconscious motive behind this video is? Yeah. Sad that the issue of FromSoft is the community. They made the game a sour taste for me. Some first-time streamers that hoped to play it got bullied for playing a certain way they didn't like. Yeah, it's insane. Like, they don't even want people to enjoy the game. They want people to be just like them. It's a cult. If you don't think like they do, you will be bullied. They are fucked in the head. He forced her to play. She was bored, frustrated the whole way through. Yes, because that's the most normal experience with a game that is meant to frustrate you and to waste your time. That was my experience as well. Asmongold and Elden Ring. Do you guys find it funny when they call themselves Souls veterans? Yes, because it's completely fucking stupid. Like, you can be the greatest Souls veteran that has ever existed. You can literally live 100,000 years playing Souls games your whole life. A new Souls game comes out, you will still be dying constantly to the bosses. What the fuck is a veteran? A veteran just means you played all the games. It doesn't mean you are good. There is no way to measure who's good. That's the main point. Like, these idiots don't understand the definition of skill. The most basic and vague definition is the ability to do something well. By definition, a so-called good Souls player is not actually good. Being good at something and knowing something are two completely separate things. You don't beat these games because you are good at something. It's because you know something. What you know is the enemy attack animations. Enemy attack animations. This is like saying, I'm good at my dog because I know what I'm feeding it every day. You are bad at my dog because you don't know what I'm feeding it. I'm good at my ass because I know what my farts smell like. You are bad at my ass because you don't know what my ass smells like. You need to get good at my ass. And if you don't, you are going to be mad at me because of how good I am. You are coping with the fact that I'm so good at my ass. Like, do you understand how fucking stupid they sound? Dark Souls saving someone is like saying smoking saved someone. No, listen. There is some kind of root for that. Like if you were literally depressed and wanted to kill yourself and you tried heroin and it felt so good that you want to keep doing heroin for the rest of your life, it did save you from depression. It did stop you from killing yourself. But at what cost? Like there was nothing to keep you in life, and now there is something to keep you in life. But that something is extremely harmful to you. And if you can't accept that, you are going to keep harming yourself. And if you keep recommending it to others, you are also harming others. You need to understand what you are consuming. And you need to create your future, not just live for temporary feelings. Souls community has done irreversible damage to the franchise. Yes, that's the problem, sadly. It's the community is the problem. The games are bad, but it doesn't matter. There are infinite bad games out there, who cares? The community has fucked everything up. Is your chat delayed? Why are you reading messages from 10 years ago? No, because I'm trying to read all of your messages. Like you guys are no, okay, I've catch up. I can catch up. No, you can't use magic. It's not how the devs intended the game would be played. Now, why putting it in the fucking first place? It's not their own dumb vision. You know what's the funny part? It's that Miyazaki himself is using magic and summons and mimic tears and broken weapons and all that stuff. Yet Miyazaki himself implied that the point of these games is the trial and error difficulty, which is 100% bullshit. If the point was the so-called trial and error difficulty, which is not even a thing, that's not a coherent sentence. If that was the point, then Miyazaki himself would be going through that, but he doesn't. So he's full of shit. He lied straight to the face of the fans. And he only did that to give them extra validation. And that's how corporations work. That's why FromSoft is not your enemy. There is no company that is not your friend. Companies are not your friends. They will lie because they can make money out of you. That's how it works. They will tell any lie. That is the one argument I heard constantly. I have played this boss fight for 5 hours and then it started to be enjoyable since I learned the moveset. Now I like the boss. Yeah, because the only thing they like is that they can damage, they can stay alive. There is nothing that they learned actually. Their entire enjoyment and psychology depends on the game giving them a victory. And the more you delay the victory, the more gratified they will feel. Like the difference between the idiots that are constantly watching TikTok videos for instant gratification and soul starts is that soul starts waste way more time. Because their mind is broken. You need to delay their gratification so they can feel it. It's like the difference between someone who started doing drugs versus someone who has been doing drugs for a very long time. That guy either need harder drugs or he needs to start delaying the doses. You are not refining a skill like archery, football, etc. Yeah. Neo 2 is also a Souls-like. Is so bad like other Souls-likes? No, it's not. It's a Ninja Gaiden-like with Souls-like elements, which means it's good. Yeah, Neo 2 has quite the skill ceiling. Yeah, and again, about the skill ceiling, they don't understand what the fuck a skill ceiling is. The reason there is no skill ceiling in Souls games is because someone that knows all the enemy animations of the entire game is not someone that is the best player. And someone who knows half the attack animations is not someone who's half as good. It's just someone who knows half the animations. The word good doesn't describe anything here. If you know what I'm feeding my dog half of the day, that doesn't mean you're half as good as someone who knows what he feeds his dog the entire day. If there is no skill ceiling, then there is no skill. Then you cannot measure if someone is better than someone else. That's the entire point of a skill ceiling. The ones that have reached the top are the best ones. W streamer. The Souls-like term is slapped across every game and is very overused. Yeah, at this point they have been using that to just describe like drawing souls and using them to upgrade your weapons or something. Like if the Onimusha games were released in today's era, they would probably get the Souls-like genre slap on them, because you can draw souls and use them to upgrade stuff, which is stupid because they are not trial and error games. The gameplay core is defining the genre, not some minor mechanics. Holy shit, that's a lot of comments. Sorry for asking too much. I have got my salary, so I want to buy a good game. Yeah, I heard Kazan is more like Neo. W Solon, W chat. I never played Neo or Kazan. I just identify theme by comparison of people. Okay. Okay, I don't think we need to see this entire 1 hour video. It's fucking stupid and pointless. Who's leaving? Okay, I'll show you some comments of these idiots. Okay. Here we go. Your friend plays Dark Souls, watch it a little bit. Okay, sure, we can do that. Okay, which one is it though? You guys didn't tell me. What's the exact title of the video? First one. Very nice.
I won't say I started dating my girlfriend because she can beat me in Mario Kart, but I definitely started dating my girlfriend because she can beat me in Mario Kart. For being completely real, most girls would rather do something other than gaming with their time.
I mean, those are your standards for dating someone. I would say that's friendship, but I guess you are more like fuck buddies.
My girlfriend's no exception, other than she's super competitive. In fact, she's just stubborn enough to push through anything you put in front of her. I wanted to put that fiery passion to the test, so I cooked up a plan to see how she'd do against the great granddaddy of pain and suffering, Dark Souls.
The great granddaddy of pain and suffering. So you just decided to torture her for no fucking reason. At least you could have done some BDSM sexual roleplay, you dumb fuck. For it to be enjoyable.
Why the fuck would anyone do that?
One weekend, I set her up with a Dark Souls Steam key, a controller, and an empty house for an entire Saturday. Now, I'm not saying you have to play it, but it's here if you wanna, and if you don't, I'll break up with you. Just kidding. Love you, bye. What could go wrong? I came home that evening to a very different place than the one I'd left. I'm not kidding when I say the place was looking like New Londo ruins. So, here's the thing. I love Dark Souls, and I love my girlfriend. Things just haven't been quite the same since those worlds clashed. You don't need me to tell you Dark Souls is a great game. I'm just here to warn you about getting in bed with it.
What?
Where do I even begin? It should come as no surprise my girlfriend plays a little different than I do.
Okay, I guess we'll go with this one. I don't like that outfit as much, but whatever.
I don't mean just spending 3 hours in character creation only to put a helmet on and never see it again.
Wait, what?
What I meant was something more like this.
I think Master Key could be useful. Okay, what is the point of having a Master Key if none of the doors open?
Dude, the girl hasn't even played an RPG or an immersive simulator, like... Oh my god.
Most people know of Dark Souls because of its difficulty.
What the
my
fuck was
girlfriend
the
just knows
point?
it as the game with the "you died" screen. According to her, this sound coming from my office subliminally means "do not disturb."
Come on, you're not an intellectual. You're a fake and a fraud.
He's under a lot of pressure at work.
What do you want me to say? It's addicting. There's one thing my girlfriend loves more than anything in the whole world, yeah, including me. It's food. Usually it just takes a couple of cracked eggs in the kitchen to get her to drop what she's doing. But in this case, she won't eat if she's getting her ass kicked.
Fuck.
You know, the whole, you go ahead and eat, I'm fine, where she's kind of okay, but she's kind of not.
I'm fine!
And you kind of know that, but you go ahead and eat anyways, and then you have to hear about it for the rest of the week.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
These are the landmines I have to maneuver to get her to take a break from this game for dinner.
Oops.
So where were we? Oh, right. After the painful first few hours, she wrapped her head around the mechanics and started playing like most of us do.
I'm cool.
What shocked me the most was how closely she paid attention to all the memes and references over the years.
Hello there.
Hello. I am Sonora.
She had a steady IV drip of sun praising and Souls lore for most of our relationship. Couple that with looking over
So the game is cool because it has memes?
my shoulder through the years, and she found herself getting a little overconfident.
Bitch.
Okay, a lot overconfident.
Oh.
Like, what if she played at the era where there were no memes and all those messages?
What the fuck?
Anyways, if you ever played these games, you know how addicting the gameplay loop can get. As you get
Really? The gameplay loop is addicting?
better, you start to die less. You become more cautious. Because of this, retrieving your souls becomes a satisfying accomplishment. It indicates
The dodge roll and poke is addicting to you?
experience, you learn from your past mistake. Didn't do the same thing twice. System especially stands out when you're stuck on a difficult boss. There's so many opportunities to repeat a mistake. That's the thrill that always keeps you coming back to try again, though. It also stands out because if you're trying to fall asleep, but every 30 seconds you get your eardrums blown out by... No joke. This one time, I was laying in bed trying to fall asleep to the sound of poison down in Blighttown for what felt like hours.
What the fuck is that?
After finally falling asleep, I got shaken awake at like 2 a.m. and I had to be the bearer of bad news that yes, you do have to climb out of Blighttown now that you rang that bell.
Dude, what kind of life are these guys living? I just don't get it. Like your entire personality and identity becomes just Dark Souls. Like your head is only filled with Dark Souls. That's so fucking weird. Like that, you are not even into video games. You are just into one thing. Oh my god. Jesus, dude. Yeah, Blighttown is super garbage. Yeah, girlfriend plays Dark Souls, makes the 50% of video about himself. And it's only 5 minutes too, like. Aren't horror games a bit like Souls games? No, because they are not trial and error games. The Souls gameplay loop is trial and error. If a game relies on puzzles that can be understood and beaten in first try, then it is not trial and error by default.
Man, poison sucks.
Now, I hate to come off as a complainer, and I don't want to sound like I'm annoyed or anything. My girlfriend's ridden sidecar with me through a number of games, and I get it. Not every game's for everyone. I enjoy when she watches because it's fun. Just chat, do whatever, while I die a lot and she paints her nails. But I gotta give credit here when I say I never realized how monotonous the bonfire run can be if you're not the one playing. It's...
Really? You had to see someone constantly go through the bonfire run to realize how monotonous it is. That further proves that when you are the one playing, you are too busy feeling what you want to feel instead of understanding what the fuck is going on. That's why you losers are so delusional. You have no touch with reality.
crazy to watch someone walk into a boss fight, swing their sword a couple times, die, and then spend twice as long trying to get back there.
You had to see someone else to realize that. Like when you were playing, you could not realize that's a waste of time. How are these guys like the dumbest motherfuckers on earth? Oh my god.
Ooh, we all owe a major apology to whoever was in the room the first time we played Souls. My bad, Mom. Enough of that, though. Let's get to the good part. How did Souls affect our relationship? Yeah. For starters, it made me realize what a dark and somber world the Souls series has. See, usually I'm the dark gray person.
You were already the dark gray person because you were fucking hollow, you fucking loser. That's why your personality is Dark Souls.
And she's like the little sunshine and color. With both of us on this...
Yeah, because her personality might be... She might have an actual personality, or it might be Mario Kart, whatever the fuck she was playing. Because that game is actually a happy game. Instead of this repetitive crap.
Souls kick? Youch. Afternoons were spent just kind of sitting around our home's version of the bonfire, occasionally laughing like the crestfallen knight. Of course, when I try to draw back the curtains and let in some of that gross incandescence, I get a hiss and a...
Touch the darkness within me.
What? A woman of culture. I really went and opened up Pandora's box with this one. I never thought I'd hear the words Dex Scrub out of my girlfriend's mouth, but here we are.
Is this Princess Tittyfuck?
At the end of the day, I'm not in much of a position to complain anyways. She's been dealing with this stuff for like 5 years. Of course, now the shoe's on the other foot and I can't even handle a week. I hope I don't do something stupid like make a video about it. So if you've ever found yourself thinking, I wonder what it'd be like to date a Souls player, let this serve as a cautionary tale. Turns out
It would feel like nothing. There is nothing to date there, you dumb motherfucker. It's just another person who plays video games. What do you think, they have some kind of development? Unless they were fucked in the head like soul stars.
I learned a lot more
Those people don't date. Those people stay in their basement.
about myself than my girlfriend. Anyways, it's been great watching her discover Dark Souls for the first time.
Oh, fuck.
She's a pretty kick-ass girlfriend for putting up with me. Love it or hate it, you're one of us now. Welcome to the Souls series.
Hi there.
You must be a new arrival.
I am.
I'm Andre of Astoria.
Oh my god, these guys are losers, dude. They just... They are happy to be part of a stupid tribe. If you have a personality, you don't need that kind of crap. Jesus. I hope he gets shitted on. I mean, these guys don't have anything actual going on. Like, there is nothing deep between them. And just a typical like high school relationship or whatever, maybe college. Anyway, I will now show you some comments. Take a look at all of those. Okay, we have established that one. Alright, the pattern recognition argument. So for those who keep saying that these games are about pattern recognition, puzzles, images, this is a small fucking image, dude. Jesus. Okay, it works, it doesn't matter, I guess, or not. Yes, it does. Shit. This one maybe, not. Nope. Okay, maybe this one. Save images. Okay. Check this out. He made an entire channel out of her. Wait, his entire channel is about his girlfriend? That's so fucking insane. Can't have pattern recognition and you have delayed input attack animations. No, this is a pattern recognition puzzle. This is the first pattern. This is the second one. So how would the third one go? We have this thing right here, like a square, whatever the hell this kind of shit is called. We have this check mark, and it's tilted that way with a check mark inside of it. Like this part is now looking to the left side, and the check mark is tilted to the right side. We have this shit right here. Once again, this is tilted to the left side and the check mark is tilted to the right side, and it fits inside of it. So we have this. If you tilt it there, you tilt the check mark to the right side, it's going to be like a roof, like this. So it's either I can't see clearly, dude. So it's one of those three anyway. And solving this, it's F. Is it tilting that way? The shape is quite... Yeah, it is. It has to be F, yes. Okay. Because it's the only one that is actually shaped like a square. Okay. So, this puzzle right here is literally what a pattern recognition puzzle is. It is impossible to predict an enemy attack through pattern recognition because they don't have any fixed pattern. Like, these are fixed patterns, the first one and the second one. And by seeing those, you can predict the third one. You cannot predict when an enemy attack can happen by seeing the previous patterns. That's not how the Souls bosses work. So the pattern recognition argument is complete and total bullshit. So yeah, that's bullshit. Reflexes and reaction speed. This one is one of the funniest ones. Literally testing reflexes and... which is fucking stupid, like... Oh my god. We'll get to that one later. Rhythm. Also bullshit. If it was a rhythm, you should be able to follow the fucking... the regular repeated pattern of movement or sound. The entire reason people can dance is because they can follow the rhythm. They can predict how the beat is going to be. That's why they're matching their body's movements to the rhythm. You cannot match your dodge rolls to the enemy's rhythm because they don't have a rhythm. It's irregular, it can be delayed, it can be everything. Completely nonsensical argument. Spatial awareness also, I've heard that one. Or like how they say, memory is the skill of these games. Like, memory itself is an ability. Let's get some memory skills. Okay, so the Souls games are not increasing your memory skills. There are memory skills, but memory itself is a basic ability. So if you want to obtain memory skills, you need to work on your ability. You need to hone your ability to get the memory skills. The basic usage of your memory is not going to develop any of the memory skills. Just like breathing is a basic ability, and even though there are breathing skills, they are not going to be developed just by you breathing in your everyday life. You need to actually hone them through some kinds of exercises. You are not using your memory in any special way in the Souls games. That's why you are not developing any memory skills. You are using your memory just like you do in your everyday life. Everyone is using their memory constantly at every point. Just like everyone is breathing constantly at every point. That kind of usage is not going to give you a memory skill. A skill requires honing, and there is no honing being done. As for the reaction speed, it's so fucking ridiculous. These motherfuckers are going to convince you that if you develop your reaction speed so much, the entire game is going to reprogram itself and allow you to bypass the input delay or something. Like, what the fuck are they talking about? How can you use your reaction speed to bypass the game's mechanics? The game limits your character's movement to the delays. That's why it's a memory game to begin with. Okay, guys. Why are you guys roasting Asmongold? Do you guys want me to go through Greg Glinstone's video. The one that this fucker right here. It's 2 hours long. Or I can do it in a normal video if you want me to. Scum. Greg Glinstone is a fart sniffer. Yep, sadly. Okay, I will make a poll. Dude, YouTube will ban you for the title. Why? What's wrong with my title? Where's my Dark Souls and then Elden Ring? Fanboys will be put in a gas chamber for having terrible genes. Oh, because it looks like I'm a Nazi or something. I mean... I don't think so, but... I guess if I remove the terrible genes... There we go. That's more normal. The title is fine, just a bit edgy and attention grabbing, that's all. That's a crazy title. Okay. Asmongold has a constant gaping fetus expression on his face. It's not about what you think, but what YouTube will think. I mean, who exactly do you mean by YouTube? An AI cannot tell if... Like, there is nothing in the title that implies that... It's just a generalization. It's not like... I'm specifically saying I'm going to harm someone. The Lost Art of Demon Souls by Matthew Matosis. I mean, I know more or less about that video. Demon Souls video by the Electric Underground. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a bad video, but I will criticize him. Ninja Gaiden 2 video by Electric Underground. I'd say the Ninja Gaiden 2 video he made. I think I have seen that one. I don't think... Did he say anything wrong? Not that he said anything wrong. Okay, then if I'm going to agree with everything, I don't think. Just interested to hear your thoughts on it. I think you should be more interested into hearing my thoughts in his Ninja Gaiden 4 video. Because that game is very controversial in terms of how it handles Ninja Gaiden and how much it takes from Sekiro and Metal Gear Rising. Actman's Elden Ring video, I mean... The guy is a fucking joke, dude. Actman, Elden Ring. Oh, the hot takes? Why is Elden Ring so successful? Because of cocksuckers like you, motherfucker. Why else? What do you think it is? You literally admitted you treat these games as an accomplishment. It's your fucking life. It's your personality. What do you expect? It's always the same people, dude. The same idiots that have millions of subscribers manipulating the entire fucking industry into what's good or what is hard or... Like, these guys are so fucking insanely stupid. Yet somehow they are the voice of the gamers. It's like insane. Like, both them and their audience are fucking morons because only children watch that kind of crap. And they know nothing. The so successful video. Oh yeah, I mean... Actman sim for Starfield. Yeah, that was the funny one. Like, the guy is going to play Starfield and pretend the game is awesome. Like, his standards are literally zero. He has no standards. Sphere Hunter's Resident Evil 9 video. Oh my god. I mean, Sphere Hunter supports Resident Evil 3 remake, so you don't expect much from that guy. Either got paid to do it or just no standards at all. Like, being a horror fan and being that desperate for anything. Yeah, Sphere Hunter is a gigantic Capcom shield. Like, no standards at all, dude. I don't know who that is. Sekiro Freedom of Combat by Lupin. Yeah, Freedom of Combat in a parry simulator. A certain... I mean, hey, good for them. I don't remember you talking about Resident Evil 3 remake at all. I did in my script, in my channel update video, where I show my script. I called it Soulless Trash. Seems like Sphere Hunter. I didn't mind Resident Evil 3 remake, only complaint is that it was too short and the resistance mode needed offline playing or at least a mercenary mode. Okay, have you played the original Resident Evil 3? Did you play Monster Hunter before? I did, they were boring. Like, I didn't like any Monster Hunter game to the point that I want to invest my time. And even the God Eater games, like every Monster Hunter like game was bad until I played Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. That game is awesome. Oh my god. Oh my god, yeah, I cannot stand these kinds of titles, dude. Dark Souls 2 being criminally underrated. Like, how pretentious can you be to say something so fucking stupid, dude? Oh my god, it's actually good. Okay, maybe it's fair, I don't know. But criminally underrated? What do you mean criminally, motherfucker? This entire franchise is overrated to infinity. Oh my god. Like, you can make a review of why it's not as bad as they say, but criminally underrated. What do you mean? It's still a very popular game for what it is. I can find tons of hidden gems that you never heard of. Okay, I know what video we are going to watch. Ah, Crystal. I also want to ask you guys a question. All RPGs, okay. So I made a poll here about what game you want me guys to play. And it's the Tales of Berseria Remastered. And I didn't expect you guys to choose the one of the two remasters, because they are old games that have just upgraded graphics. So I want to know, did you choose it? Let's end this poll. Start the poll. Genre is great generally. What the fuck? Oh my god. All right. You could watch a dead domain video. No. Classic YouTube irony is that. Okay. Here's what we are going to watch. For now, we are kind of done with the Soul Stars. We are going to focus on something positive. And it's the games I will be playing on my channel generally, which is going to be mostly JRPGs, but I will be trying all kinds of other stuff. Oh, you only wanted me to play Tales of Berseria Remastered because it's new, but the only thing new about it is the graphic. They didn't really upgrade anything. They didn't put anything new. It's not even a remake, it's just a remaster. Anyway, I'm out. Thanks for the stream. Okay, bye, cake. We are going to watch a video named Ranking All 143 RPGs I Have Ever Played by Crystal. She has generally a huge JRPG channel, and while she will be ranking the games, I will be talking about them a little bit as well. Is that fine with you? Only because it's new. I mean, I find it really weird why people want to see new games. Are you guys going to buy the games that are new? Like, I never cared about what games are new because I was never willing to buy them at full price. Until I started a YouTube channel, of course, because obviously if you play a new game, more people are going to see. I gave up on new games. So, well, there are some good ones, just you need to be able to do proper research. Played a little bit of Berseria some years ago and I'm bounced off it a bit, so I'm curious what you make of it. Yeah, I think it's fun. I remember it being fun, but I don't remember if I finished. I don't remember shit. Which Tales of games I have played. I play older JRPGs. Yeah, I do that too, because they are timeless masterpieces, some of them. RE4 Remake was the last game I was hyped for and it sucked, so no more for me. Synthetic Man liked RE4 Remake. Guys, come on. Synthetic Man is not a serious person. Come on. Besides the fact that he's an obvious grifter, it's because old games are already established and recommended by decent reviewers if they are good, but new ones we might not know. That's true, but okay, I have never seen a channel that fully represents my taste or some kind of objective critique that I can fully agree with. So I'm willing to make mine. I want to review every single masterpiece that has been released, and by masterpiece I mean like actual masterpiece, like a borderline flawless game. So if anyone ever gets into video games, they could only need to see my channel to play the best ones. This entire Soul Stars Annihilation thing I'm doing is just a small part of what I want to do in my channel. It's not like I want to become the guy that kills Souls games or whatever. That doesn't matter shit to me. It's just something that I started and I think I should go until I finished. And it's going to finish soon, by the way. A few more videos and we will be done. There weren't many options. Okay. You haven't finished best games ever made yet, so you can totally focus on that. Okay, the best games ever made are going to be an individual video for every masterpiece. I cannot make any more just videos where I barely talk about the games that I'm presenting. I need to make, like, my Final Fantasy 7 remake video where I fully analyze the combat is good, because anyone that wants to get into that kind of game will know exactly what they're getting into. So if I analyze the rest of the parts of the game, like level design, story, optional stuff, it would be even better. I thought you were going to be the guy that criticizes community games like Dark Souls. Yes, I will keep doing that if a game becomes super popular for a terrible reason. Like, Souls games are extremely overrated, that's why I did that. And because they are defiling the action RPG genre, and the communities are poisoning discourse, that kind of crap needs to be exterminated. I think your appreciation of the FF7 remake is more interesting than your Souls critiques. There is more to talk about there anyway. Yeah, sure. When Rebirth came out, everyone was shitting all over it, so I didn't pay it any attention. Yeah, and the problem is that the people that were shitting on it are objectively terrible at playing it. Like, I saw that pattern, and I will prove it in one of my videos. You will see. Then Scott the Woz is cringe. Yeah. He's nothing special. Okay, let's watch this video. And if you guys love RPGs as much as I do,
Hi to YouTube. All right, are you guys ready for my art?
okay. Whoa.
RPG tier list. We have to set some ground rules first. There are 143 RPGs on this tier list. When you play a game is instrumental in how you in your thoughts about the game. So I've said this all the time. P5R is one of my favorite games. Obviously, you know it's going to be in the S tier. But if I would have played P5R whenever I was a teenager, it would have hit way different. But because I played it at my point in life that I did, it hit way better. Like, I know that it was just like the perfect time in my life to play that game. So I thought more highly of it. So,
Bro, we just started. Why are you roasting here?
a lot of the games that I played in my childhood, it's gonna be weird. Because
What
back then
the-
I thought like this game was the shit. I
Yeah,
had such-
some of those games are not even actual RPGs, but she still puts them there because she's not very smart at understanding genres. But the point of this video is to see through her list and make our own while we are seeing it.
such a good time with it. But whenever I look back at the game, now I think like, oh, that game really wasn't that good, but you know what? Baby Crystal really enjoyed it. So I go off of the experience that I remember having when I played the game. Now, another thing with this tier list, like obviously it's very subjective, but on top of that, it's not like me trying to think of it objectively, like giving it a review. This is just my experience with these games and how I personally had, like how much fun I personally had with it, how much I took away.
So it's all about her feelings. It's not, there isn't much objectivity, but we'll go through it.
I say this because some of these games that you guys are going to experience on this list, you're gonna really wonder why they're up so high or up so low. You're like, Crystal, that was such a good game. You can't believe you ranked it so low. Well, I had a bad time, okay? And maybe I was 10 years old. I was a fucking idiot and I played it whenever I was fucking miserable. So that's why it's ranked so low, okay? As I go through this tier list, you're gonna be asking yourself, Crystal, I don't think this is an RPG. Look, bro, I think there is a huge debate on
Got called out immediately.
what exactly is an RPG and what isn't an RPG. I'm not even gonna get into it. If the developer listed it as an RPG, then it is on there. Oh.
The developers are listing 100 genres that are not even actual because they just want to appeal to as big of an audience as possible.
Okay, we're starting from the bottom and then we work to the top. This
Here
game called Ark Rise.
Her eyes are so baggy. Well, she doesn't put makeup right now. She's without makeup. She sounds fake a bit. Well, we'll see.
Is Fantasia. This is a game that I played whenever I was about, I want to say I was 18 or 19 years old. I cannot, for the life of me, remember a single goddamn thing about this game. I don't remember any characters. I don't remember any of the plot points.
Oh, wow. That's not even too long ago.
Huh?
Does every fucking streamer suffer from dementia? What the fuck is going on? You can't remember a game you played when you were 18? That's fucking weird.
This little brat is a veteran warrior?
It's gone from the memory bank. The next one.
Maybe it was nothing impressive. Like, if a game has no strong impression in any way, then you can forget it.
One is one that I played on launch. Stranger of Paradise. Chaos.
That's
Gameplay
literally a Souls-like, by the way.
I thought was pretty fun. Was it my style of game? I don't think so. Next up on my list, oh boy, Final Fantasy 3 and Final Fantasy 2. I played Final Fantasies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, basically back to back to back to back. But they just did nothing for me. And that could have just been how I played them, where I just went bing, bang, boom, 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 boom. And next up, my least favorite Fire Emblem game. It was not good. All right, next up, Final Fantasy 1, the first one. All right, I loved Full Metal Alchemist so much that I did play the two games as they are here.
So she's filtering the trash games at first, okay.
I don't remember them at all. Hackers 2. Yeah, this is was the only.
Let's see one she.
And that's called Phantom Brave. It was a game. All right, next up, Final Fantasy 5.
TRC games.
Man, I really did play these games at really weird points in my life, so I wish I could rank them up higher, but this is why I am stressing so much that, like, the time at which I play games, I think, is very critical to your takeaway of games. So Final Fantasy is very weird on my tier list. I remember enjoying Full Metal Alchemist 2 more than I did the first games. After Full Metal Alchemist 2, a game that I enjoyed slightly more than its successor, the original Soul Hackers, is better than Soul Hackers 2, but not by much. Next up, oh god, fucking Thracia. Kudos to anybody that has actually played Thracia. It's a game. I know that this game is a better game than where I'm ranking it.
Oh my god.
My experience of Baldur's Gate 2 was actually not as great. I played all of these games with a group of 4 people. Now, if you've ever played Baldur's Gate, if you play with 4 people in a group, you don't get character side quests because sometimes you need NPCs to join your party to continue their quest line. I think I would have had a better time if I actually did a solo campaign. Back to Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Gaiden. I played the original. The remake I've heard makes a lot of the original game. Just having original Final Fantasies 1 through 5. 4 was my favorite of the 5. Back to Fire Emblem. New Mystery of the Emblem. I got nothing. I think these next two might upset people.
Might upset people?
I feel like if I played it in the past 10 years, I would have rated it higher than where it is right now. And the next one that I hope doesn't upset too many people, Dark Souls 2.
Dude, Shrugs. Baldur's Gate 2 like it's 3. I mean, it has its problems, I guess. At this point, let's just see the results. Yeah, her ranking is kind of fucking stupid, but
that the Greatest Attorney Chronicles, I think, is still my favorite game of all time. But it's not an RPG, which is why it's not here. And third...
Jesus, what is this list, dude? Pure chaos.
Now, you have the top 2 JRPGs. Okay.
Whoa, why is it not posing properly? What the fuck is going on? Speed. Alright, Final Fantasy 13 at C rank, 8, Dark Souls 2, okay. Souls games are not RPGs, but if you are going to consider them and put them, then they should be low. Fandom Brave, okay, yeah, there is nothing special going on here. Whoa, calm down. Baldur's Gate 1. She moved a bit too fast here. Relax. There we go. Chrono Cross. What? Which Persona 5 is that? A spin-off of Persona 5. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in B tier. Final Fantasy 10 in B tier. Seriously? Really? You put Final Fantasy 10 with Sea of Stars and Forspoken in B tier? Really? Forspoken is supposed to be the same level of FF10, Xenoblade, and Final Fantasy 13. Yeah, this makes no sense, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Scarlet Nexus not in D. Wait, what's wrong with Scarlet Nexus? Forspoken rank B. Yeah, Forspoken is super trash. The gameplay is barely trying to be something. Everything else is trash. She put a Pokemon game there. How the fuck do you put Final Fantasy X in B? With Final Fantasy 13 and... Oh my god. This is messed up. I guess B is not... For decent games, it should be the B tier, but... I guess you could put Pokemon if your standards were consistent. The Pokemon games and Baldur's Gate. I can't comment on the Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Sea of Stars, I guess it could be B or C, but not with Final Fantasy X. Whoa. This is the Final Fantasy Souls-like. Demon Souls in B tier. Another Persona 5 spin-off. What the fuck is that? Kingdom Come Deliverance. Yakuza. Okay, it's not horrible for a B tier, but some of the games just don't belong here, no matter how you look at it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's see the A tier. Yakuza 0, Tales of Arise. Wow, Octopath Traveler 2, I would put it in S rank. Pokemon Colosseum, Mario Maker RPG. I mean, she's a casual. Final Fantasy 12 above 10. Are you out of your fucking mind? Shin Megami 5. Could be an S tier, but I guess A is fair. Is this Crisis Core is above Final Fantasy 10? Are you serious? Well, I guess she did cry, probably at the end. So it probably drew too much emotion out of her. Final Fantasy 6 is unplayable, but the story is godlike. So maybe she does. She has no gameplay standards. That's why she put Forspoken here. And Forspoken doesn't even have a good story. What the fuck is this? I didn't mind Forspoken story, it had good moments. Maybe, but compared to good stories, it's nothing. JRPGs have insane stories, like Final Fantasy 6 has god tier story. "12 doesn't even have a good story, like half of the characters are trash in this game. Shin Megami Tensei 3, right? This one. Okay, it's not a terrible list, I guess, but she's 100% a casual. Dark Souls 3 A tier above so many RPGs. Are you out of your mind? Oh my god. Bloodborne A tier. Like, these games are not even RPGs. You can't rank them. Dark Souls 1. But I mean, these games appeal to casuals, that's why. If she cared about gameplay, she would not rate Final Fantasy VI this high. And put 12 above 10, like that doesn't make sense. She just wants casual, chill games. Let's see the S rank. Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy 9, Persona 3, Final Fantasy Rebirth, that's cool. Persona 4. Oh, she's the gigantic Persona and Shin Megami Tensei fan. Which is weird because Shin Megami Tensei games are not easy. Yakuza Like a Dragon, that's cool. Okay, those are not bad games. Her S rank is pretty decent.
Right.
Nier Automata, Undertale, Final Fantasy 16. Really? Above so many games. Metaphor Fantasio. The original FF7. Final Fantasy 14. She also plays MMOs. What the fuck? Baldur's Gate 3 is an S tier.
Now.
Really? Absolute fucking casual, dude.
P5R
Number 1
is my favorite RPG. This was
that's
so
fair,
tough.
I guess.
This was genuinely so fucking tough, though. Expedition 33 came out of left field, it being an insanely good RPG.
How is it an insanely good RPG when it doesn't even have any role playing?
The experience of Expedition 33 is a really, really special one, but so is Persona 5 Royal. I think what happened with Persona 5 Royal is not only did it help take off my channel, people resonating with my playthrough of Persona 5 Royal.
Sure, that's fair. Persona 5 is definitely S tier. No way, Baldur's Gate 3 says tier. Oh, I mean it's a goofy game. You can do a lot of goofy stuff with the story and dialogues. No Star Ocean on the list. Let's hope she never touches it. It's an unusual tier list, so at least it's entertaining. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but some of the choices are fair, honestly. She played a lot of games. So her entire channel is about RPGs. Chrono Cross is better than Undertale. Yeah, I mean, Undertale, another game with stupid community. You can't criticize that game. The community is fucking insane. It's like the Soul Stars. You say one thing bad and they start treating you like you are Satan. FF8 is the best FF game, better than FF7 in every way. What? Metaphor story is so bad. Well, I haven't played it yet. Do you like any Western games at all? Of course. Oddworld games are fun, sure. What? Played Shin Megami Tensei, thinks Expedition 33 is an RPG. Yeah, people just don't understand genres, dude. Like, they have no clue what the fucking RPG means. They just see the name slapped on the game and just keep repeating it. Gamer girl moment. Yep. Yeah. I posted AI in their Discord, now they threaten me. They are very fucking weird, dude. Yeah, they see numbers popping up. Like, they don't even understand that the difference of the roles. A tank is not just someone who has high health. That's why Souls games cannot have a tank. Like, they can have a tanky build, but not an actual tank as a playstyle. Because you need an entire moveset that allows you to do the tanking. Not just have high health and high defense. You know the Oddworld games, right? Yeah, they are puzzle games with the alien. Yeah, and they have some puzzle platforming. RPG is simply Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, that's the classic one. You can call them RPG Lite. You can do that, yeah, because they have RPG elements, but the core combat doesn't play as an RPG. Expedition 33 plays like a rhythm game. Like, you can put RPG mechanics in every kind of game, doesn't mean it becomes an RPG. You can have a game with cars, with racing. You can put, like, you can buy a car and make it, upgrade it to become fully sturdy and tanky, but slow. That doesn't mean you have a tank class now. It's still a racing game with some minor RPG elements. I can respect Undertale as a one-man project, but it stops here really. I mean, it does have a few things going on for it, but I don't know why the fandom is so stupid and cannot take criticism. RPG, yeah. Oddworld games are about escaping wage slave. Okay, I'll get you through the games I want to play from this website. Was there a poll or something? Yeah, I think there was. Let's end this poll right here. We play a role in RPG, whatever role we choose, and can develop along the way, like in Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, Dungeons and Dragons is both about role playing during combat and during the story. Do you like Undertale story and world? I mean, it's okay for children. Okay, let's take Tales of Berseria. Requiem can go fuck itself. Romeo is a dead man. Is this an RPG? Nope. Front Mission 3. It's a remaster or something, I think. Code Vein 2. Well, I cannot play it, but I will at some point. This franchise is also pretty good. I have to catch up to some of the old games. I guess I could start with a remake of the first one. Demon School. I heard this is like Persona. This one. Reloaded looks fun. You should play Reloaded, great game. Trails is good, albeit slow. Yeah, it's good. Anyone watch Stranger Things? They play D&D in the movie. Resident Evil fans when they see Leon and doing the most dick riding. Yeah, lots of fangirls in the Resident Evil community, which is fine and all, but you can't define a game's quality by how hot the main character is. Let's see those. Some of the, oh, there we go. Trails in the Sky, the first game, the remake. So we have Tales of Berseria. Let's see, a best game poll. We have Demon School. Feels like the old school Persona games. Front Mission 3 remake, where it's more of a remaster, but if it's as good as the original, it should be good. Trails in the Sky first chapter. Remake of the first Trails in the Sky. Alright, let's see how this poll goes. Play some puzzle game at least once, not even necessary on stream, just by yourself. What do you mean? I have played tons of puzzle games. Oh, you are talking to each other, okay. Best game, Reloaded. Where is the Reloaded game, dude? Reload. What the... What the fuck is that? It's not very popular. What? What kind of weird ass bullshit game is this? Nope, I don't trust it. Are you trolling me, dude? Please play it, it's a great... Oh my god. I like the Labyrinth of Refrain and Galeria games. Dungeon crawlers with number crunching like this Gaia. Story is interesting but got weird in parts. Hell no, don't buy it. It's DI slop. DI slop. It's not the fun guild, but Fanboys also. Yeah. Tons of puzzle games, you never talk about any. Never name at least 3. I mean, first of all, the Onimusha games have tons of puzzles. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? You're trolling way too hard. Patapon. Shadow of Labyrinth. Oh, this one. Oh no, Labyrinth of Refrain. The Drifter. Ninja Gaiden Rage 1. This one is good. Dude, why are most of the popular games so shitty? Jesus. Okay, I'll do the research by myself. We'll figure it out in my community posts. If it takes that much research to find the good games, then no wonder the average idiot is only going to be eating slop for their whole life. Oh my god. South of Midnight is pretty good. No, it's not. It looks like shit. They have to cast a broad net. You're just old. Because the majority don't have much taste. Yeah. Have you played Against the Storm? It reminds me of something, but I think it's kind of an RTS, right? Or not? Yeah, I could also play the Dragon Quest remakes. I guess I'll give all these games a try. See how they are treated. Okay. I'll make a list in the community post and you will tell me which ones you want to see. Cause I can play bad games like the Souls-like, the 2D Souls-likes that I have, and the crab game, or I can start playing good games and we can all enjoy them, and I can start doing entire videos about how good they are. You still prefer Tales of Berseria? Wow. Are you guys fucking serious? I am pretty sure Front Mission 3, at least the original, and Trails in the Sky have to be better than it, but it's not like Tales of Berseria is bad by any means. I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. Go to Go Game, any old games there. I can find the old games through the IMBD too. It's not like I have a hard time finding them. Help, there are drones. Okay. I need to make another poll. Let's see. Cause if I play really good games, I will make masterpiece recommendation videos about them. If I play new games, we will probably gain new viewers, new subscribers. If I play old games, I can still do the entire recommendation thing, and we can. It's easier too, like they are cheap and stuff. About the bad games, I can probably make some critique videos and stuff. I think. Okay, no one wants to see me play bad games. Good games and old games don't really. There isn't much of a difference between those two things. Old games can be good too. It's just that if you vote for old games, I will mostly go for the good ones, obviously. If you vote just for good games, it means you don't care whether they are new or old. That's the main difference. High on adrenaline. So aren't you reviewing Pong in your next video? What the fuck is Pong? Yeah. Atari game, yeah, one of the first ones, I think. Huh. Okay, cool. You could play the ET Atari game. Yeah, what would be the point, dude? Street Fighter. I mean, if I'm being honest, Street Fighter 6 is not that good because of the terrible balancing. People keep picking JP and Mai Shiranui, the two broken characters. The meta is not fun. So, mostly good games and old games. Okay. Okay. I mean, why are only 7 of you voting? What happened? Okay, the views dropped. That's fine. I'm going to end the stream soon anyway, so it makes sense. Good old games, yeah. Well, I will be mixing up some new ones, some old ones. What movies do you like? I mean, I don't really have the time for movies. I don't even remember their names. I watch them and I move on immediately. Okay. Alright. 8 votes, okay, not bad. I will end the stream and next stream I will be playing something really good. Something that I consider a masterpiece. Okay? So have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching. Alright, see you next time.